What's up YouTube, this is KF61491 of the Synchronization, and welcome to part 3 of the Devil May Cry 4 playthrough. Now, you may have noticed that the sound quality is infinitely better than usual. That's mostly because I'm actually at home. This is a solo recording. Unfortunately, the other members are kind of temporarily out of commission, and we're having a hard time trying to get these parts up consistently. But I'm perfectly able to record these by myself, and I didn't want to hold up an entire playthrough because everyone else couldn't be here. So here we are, in part 3 with mission 3. Each one of these parts will be split into each mission. There are about 20 missions in this game, so this playthrough is most likely going to be about 20 parts long. Usually before every mission, I like to go through my items, see if I have enough orbs to buy anything, see if I have any souls to upgrade any of my techniques, and I guess in this case I didn't really have that. So here's what's weirded me out. They put one of these statues in the very beginning of the stage, right after the mission menu. I don't understand why they placed that there. I guess it was just weird design decision. But nothing much going on right now. Just a classic beat the crap out of scarecrows. I think these are scarecrows, right? Yeah, these are scarecrows. Yeah, one thing I learned is that if you end a combo, or if you finish off an enemy with your buster, then it'll be easier to increase your stylish ranking. So whenever you're fighting enemies, make sure you try to finish them off with the buster, because that brings up your stylish ranking a lot faster. Quick little gimmick with the snatch move. You can grab these little white orbs to ascend or climb in other places. This is going to be used in a I don't know if it counts as a puzzle, but kind of like a obstacle course. We'll be seeing this a lot later, possibly in some of the missions as well. So let's see, it's been a while since the last part, so I'm not exactly sure what we're doing here. I think right now Nero is still on his search for Dante, and I think that's it. I think we just started on our search for Dante. So I mentioned this in the other parts before, but sometimes you'll see me running around the stage swinging at random objects. That's because I'm trying to find as many orbs as possible. I'm not like a perfectionist or anything, but I'm trying to go through this game with as many S ranks as I can, because I like to go back and play the game and try to S rank it, but in the first run I try to do as best as I can. So I apologize if I bore you by running around the stage trying to gather orbs and such. There are some secret orbs around here. I don't know where all the little secret spots to find extra orbs are, but I do remember some places, like that little cliff I just went on. I find it strange that it suddenly got so snowy. Everything was all sunny before. I don't know what happened. These little pillars contain green orbs. You won't need them, but luckily this game, when you're full on health, the green orbs will count towards your red orbs, so they're not completely wasted. Now that I look at it, I think some of those pillars have secret orbs on them, because I know the ones after this cutscene do. I'll end up at the bottom of this cliff. Not exactly sure how that happened. Just tower collapse. Looks like we got new enemies. Now forgive me if I don't know the names of these things, but these new creatures, well, their gimmick is based off ice. They can do stuff like shoot little icicles. They have a ground pound attack where they have ice pillars coming from the ground. These creatures aren't exactly any harder than your average ordinary scarecrow. The only thing is that they have a tendency to not flinch towards any of your moves, and sometimes they will encase themselves in ice, and the longer they stay in there, the more health that they'll regain. So if they encase themselves, try to swing at the little ice block as fast as you can before he starts gaining too much health. Other than that, they're pretty easy. They also have a different animation when you use your buster against them. Instead of just slamming them down to the ground, Nero actually swings them around a bit. So if there are any other enemies nearby, you can actually smack them with their body and throw it at them. So a little bit extra damage here. Once again, just hunt around for orbs. You really need as many orbs as you can in this game. One of these pillars, I think, has secret orbs on it. Yep, it was this one. Alright, now we're heading inside the castle. Can't have a Devil May Cry game without a castle now, can we? Don't ask me why I slowed down. I was getting distracted. The hell? That's hot? Bayonetta, is that you? Well then, aren't you cold?
I owe you thanks.
Oh, you want to give me thanks, huh?
You're from the Order?
God, is she even wearing anything under that?
Never seen you before.
I'm new.
Talk about fan service. This is just overkill.
You
Oh,
knew
speaking
I
of fan service, this isn't the first time you'll be getting it. There's plenty of it in this game, don't worry.
Flattering.
So, what's the deal? Where are they coming from?
It's strange. No matter the number you kill.
You can probably tell by her voice who she is, but not gonna spoil anything. I totally wasn't looking.
Then I'll leave that chore to you. I've got some personal slaying to take care of.
I'll join with
In
you.
fact, if you played Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom, you already know who she is.
May the Savior be with you on your journey.
Savior.
Alright, let us continue onward. just me or my pants a bit tighter? Alright, time for generic boring castle mission. God. Now, we didn't get this too early in the game, but Devil May Cry has this huge tradition of making you do absolutely nothing in a castle for the first part of the exploration section. So, here we are. This is our castle. Each of these chairs have orbs in it. I don't know how they managed to stuff them in there, but whatever. Free orbs from me. Now, slashing these orbs, or slashing the chairs, or shooting them, whatever, destroying them manually will get you quite a bit of orbs. There's also a whole nother cell on the other side, but I think, I'm not sure on this, if somebody can like help me or correct me or not. There's a device in this room that helps you destroy these chairs a lot faster, and it looks like when you use this method you gain more orbs than you would if you manually destroyed the chairs and tables and stuff. So if anybody knows what's up with that, just put it in the comments or message me, whatever. So yeah, aside from Gloria, who we just met, there's not much to talk about. Pretty much this is a basic castle exploration level. Get the chair, thank you. Fucking chair. God damn it, grab the chair. Grab the chair, thank you. Alright. Just extra orbs. If you want to get a better orb ranking, then try reaching as far as you can. And this mirror, I know you can break it, but I forgot how. One of them you can use a certain device, or you can just actually destroy it yourself by hitting it, but that mirror, I just completely forgot what to do with that one. I'll figure it out later, maybe. And you probably noticed that I've been using, or at least I've been trying to use, the Buster at the end of my combos, or when I'm finishing off an enemy, because it actually speeds up the stylish ranking. See, it jumped up quite a bit. This little barrier is an important toll later, so I'll get back to that. Probably could buy something, but I'd rather save it for the end of the mission. I actually try my best to go through the game without using any items, if possible. I only really use items if it's like an emergency or something, or if I'm fighting a boss that I don't feel like trying to fight again after dying. Like if it's one of the, I won't say minor bosses, but if it's one of the 3 bosses that one of which is coming up soon, if it's one of them, I'd just allow myself to die and just do it all over again. I don't want to waste an item for not very important fights like that. Usually I like to save all my good stuff for the final boss. Yeah, and I don't know if you noticed, but I also gained a couple of new moves. I might have showed them off already, but I have some new combos that I actually bought in the mission menu, or not the mission menu, the power-up menu. There we go. And just like just like Devil May Cry 3, the combo you use depends on how fast you press the slash button, the sword button. I think 4 consecutive slashes is his basic combo. Yeah, four consecutive triangle button presses is his basic combo. If you press it once and then pause for a second and then mash it, you'll get this really cool, like, relentless hammering combo. If you press triangle twice, pause, and then continue to press triangle, you'll get this wide swinging spinning attack that's good for attacking enemies when you're surrounded, or like just taking out a wide area of enemies. Now this is the little light bulb puzzle I was talking about. It's not really a puzzle, it's more like an obstacle course. But this is kind of annoying because, as you saw, there are little spikes on the ceiling, and you're pretty much not allowed to jump to an extent. So you're supposed to rely on nothing but your snatch to get across the platforms, and if you fall off, you have to fight all these enemies again. Now, luckily, it's not as bad because if you keep falling, the enemies will get less and less, but it does get hella annoying, especially when I brought the music I brought before. The music gets real old real fast because it's the only battle track for non-boss fights in this game. Noob also mentioned it was like Bayonetta, how Bayonetta only had one minor enemy track. Yeah, that song gets really old real fast as well. Yeah, they like to trick you and take away little orbs before you can grab them, or sometimes they just won't show up for a while. So yeah, it's not too difficult. It's all about timing. Now here's another thing. Later on I'll gain a power-up that will allow me to know when there are like secret items or orbs. And up that little platform where I just got those 2 orbs, the thing that allows me to detect them keeps going off whenever I get near that area, but I never found a way to get on top of that platform, so I don't know what's up there, and I don't even know if it's possible to get up there. So if somebody can help me out so I can figure out what's up with that. Just in case I haven't talked about the exceed gauge yet, another one of Nero's gimmicks is that if you notice near the beginning of the game, Nero actually revved up his sword like it had an engine on it. Well, that's because it actually does have an engine on it. If you press the, I think, L2 button, you'll rev up your sword, and if you press it 3 times, you'll fill up one of the gauges. If you keep doing this, you get like 3 slots, and then it'll power up your next slash attack. And you can also gain this power up where if you use a slash attack and press the L2 button at the same time, you'll fill up one of those gauges automatically. So the slash that you just did, or at least the next slash after the one you did, will be completely powered up instead of you having to repeatedly press the button to charge it up. Not a bad gimmick. It's actually very useful sometimes when you're fighting asshole-ish enemies that just won't die. It also powers up some of his special moves. You'll probably see it later in this part. Probably not. I'm not exactly sure if I've started using it yet. But his streak attack actually gets really powered up. Oh, and here's one of these things. I think you saw me destroy one of these, and it had blue lights on it. This one has red lights, which means Nero can't do anything about that one. So we'll have to get back to that one later. But Nero's streak attack, when it's all revved up with the exceed gauge max out, gets really powerful. I think you'll see it here. Yep. I think that was just a level 1. Yeah, now that I showed it off, I'm probably going to be using it a bit more often because it actually is quite useful. Yeah, see? I'm trying to time my slashes with my button presses so that I can get the gauge to fill. See? These enemies died a hell of a lot faster if I didn't use the than if I didn't use the exceed gauge. It's pretty cool. The thing that bugs me about this mission is that I'm going through the same areas over and over again. It's not like I'm exploring like this giant castle and there's like so much to see, so much to discover. I've been in this room 3 times already. And I'm just opening doors to get to the same exact room. In damn near the same areas. Yeah, at the moment there isn't much to talk about. As a hack and slash game, it's pretty hard to try to come up with something to talk about, you know, that's going on in the game, because most of it is just me hacking and slashing, like the genre takes. A lot of breakable items in this room. A lot of orbs that you can get. I think I began this mission with less than 5,000 orbs, and now I'm at 10,000. So I got a decent amount. And of course, the higher your status ranking is, the more orbs you get. Out of enemies, that is. I don't think it changes how many orbs you get from broken items. And this little device in front of me is important. We'll get back to that in the next mission. Sweet. Okay. We're pretty close to the end of the mission. Now there's some secret orbs up here, but I can't get to it because I don't have air hike yet, which is the double jump. Well then. Alright, time for boss fight? Not really.
Didn't figure this guy for a bookworm.
Ah, that armor looks so sweet.
So, you after this guy too, or just here to catch some demons?
I'd probably cosplay as one of these knights, but the armor looks heavy as hell.
Silent type, huh? Well, that's annoying.
And I really don't want to go from like some kind of cheap knockoff with like plastic or anything. I want some like real metal shit. Now, as you saw, I tried to snatch him. Unfortunately, this enemy is too heavy for me to pull him towards me. So whenever I use the snatch, I just pull myself towards him. See, I can't pick him up or anything. He also has a shield. Whenever you attack him enough, he'll get pissed off and counter your attacks and swing right back at you. But you can catch him off guard and use your buster to do some big damage. See, when you put the shield up, all you have to do is jump behind him, and that's where he's vulnerable. You won't be able to guard your attacks from behind. Now, the reason why I didn't say it was a boss fight is because, well, there's more of these things, and this actually won't be the last time I fight these. There's actually a lot of occasions where I'm going to have to fight a bunch of them, and even stronger versions of these. They also have this lunge attack that isn't very useful. They're really slow and predictable. Insert subtle penetration joke here. That was easy.
Empty.
There was no one in it the whole time. What's a twist?
Demon had possessed the Order's armor.
I don't understand why they had to like
That's not
make it
good
such a
sign.
thing that the armor was empty. I mean, whoever was in it, if there was anyone in it, I really doubt we would care. If it turned out that there was somebody in it, we really wouldn't give a shit. Alright, so mission accomplished, I guess. So now we got the Anima Mercury, an artificial soul made using alchemy. Breathes fire and such and such. Didn't get a chance to read it. This is what I mean by Nero getting power-ups. Instead of getting new weapons, he actually gets power-ups to his buster, which that item we just grabbed is one of them, and it is very essential for the gimmick of the next mission. So join me in part 4. Name's Chaos61401. Hopefully I can get the rest of the crew. If not, you'll have another solo commentary.